everyone, and welcome back to Rise of the Runelords. It is session 71, and due to some technical issues, session 70 may or may not be out by the time you watch this. A recap of the previous session is that the group made their way into the inner keep, the first floor of the keep itself, and were met with grand halls fit for rangers, but also ogres, unfortunately. Um, you you made battle with several groups of ogres. One in a main barrack room, fighting over a hollowed out boar's head. Um, they have absolutely made the fort their own, which is quite quite gory, I should say. Yeah, quite is a gentle term in this case. That being said, throughout your battles, you definitely traded blows with each other, coming out on top ultimately, but giving and receiving uh, critical hits left and right, um, including some devastating hits on Vare, pulling him well below a reasonable threshold, but healed with magnified power from CC. Um, at the end of your last scuffle, you are left with everyone being up except for the uncertainty of one Vale Temros. And that is where we will go right now. And I do hope you don't have any questions for me right off the bat, because I gotta deal with cats.
I ain't got none.
All right, so we know that Vale's down, but I can't remember, is Emery down as well, or
No.
You
were
healed
able
me
to
up.
get back? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened to Vale at all.
Probably a critical strike.
No, I don't think so. I think it was just a regular strike
Oh, okay.
because he was throwing out. These guys all were throwing out 94 damage crits. So no.
What happened to Vale again? Questioning time?
What happened to Bale? Tell us.
Vale was simply caught up in a string of attacks, was healed, and seems to still be unconscious.
Could use the wand.
And it is a stumble because, corpses are not particularly sturdy surfaces.
Oh, 100%. And she's far from a sturdy person, so she's kind of like flails her way over, and as she gets there, she will pull out her wand, and I will use
Don't step on the stomach.
yeah, I don't want to squish into that. I will use 2 casts of the cure moderate wounds on him.
Okay.
I'll stand up since it seems I'm prone.
That's 14. And then 17.
Okay. 31 in total. As you cast these almost in tandem, not quite, but you do see him. You see him give a start, a pained start. Like waking up from a night terror or such. And as he's grimacing, he just looks up at you, and Jack standing next to you with such a concerned face for his uh, longtime friend. Um, and Jack will say, "Let's get you to your feet," and holds out his arm for Vale to take, who doesn't even question it, and they grasp onto each other's forearms because they're men, they're manly men, and they do that.
Such a bromance.
Exactly. True bromance. There's a visible sigh of relief from Cece, and written all over her face as she kind of her whole adrenaline just starts to drop. She watched Vare drop, and she was able to save Vare, and it was a huge panic for her. And then Bill almost dropped, and it was a huge panic for her. And everybody is now standing and beat up and bruised for the most part, but alive. And she just lets out like a very big, just sigh of relief.
Vale is staring off into nothingness for a good long while before
Same with
making the comment that I witnessed my soul cross the veil of death and return. I am grateful.
The gods can't
There's-
have you today.
In a very like, this is so funny the way I'm about to describe this. In a very like autism inappropriate timing moment, Emery's gonna ask him just. Emery's gonna ask Vale, "What was it like?"
And Vale, knowing really nothing but battle and not social situations, uh, in return, it, it was peaceful, almost magnetizing.
Well, that is good to know then. I've helped a few people pass peacefully, and if a warrior such as yourself would have found peace, then it's good to know that all those that I've helped found peace.
He looks at you with a weird respect that he didn't earlier.
And I will say,
Not that he greeted
Mhm.
you with disgust or disrespect, just that you were another individual along for the ride.
and you know, Emery probably doesn't notice that look because to Emery, this is very much like, yeah, this is like a casual conversation for me. He's very much saying all this stuff in a very casual tone. Like, other people might be taken aback by it, but this is just like Tuesday for him.
Doesn't feel like a Tuesday. Just kidding. Yeah, Ver is quiet. And yeah, just quiet. Seems to not have much to say.
I think Artanis would turn around after kind of surveying the bodies and say, "How are you doing?"
Oh, got a few new scars. I know what it's like to have my guts outside of me.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, but I think we're both lucky that we've got DC backing us up.
I'm pretty sure I saw something too.
Was it anything like he said?
No, there was no peace.
Yeah.
Forest, black as night, with leaves of razor sharpness.
Not what I was expecting.
Could be peaceful to some.
Do you know if this is
That cleric had said something about my destiny,
Oh.
but I didn't pay enough attention.
Well,
But now, I think I'm staring it. I stared it deep in its eyes.
do you want to unravel the mystery behind it, or would
I
you
want
rather
to
not?
finish this place off and then go.
Yeah.
We've started it. I don't know if there's anything more to it, but perhaps a tactical retreat for the moment so we can rest or something.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, uh, perhaps we can sort of close the doors in this room, or at least barricade it somewhat. While we
This door
take a
was
moment to
blown
rest.
open.
Okay. Well, we can station a guard there while everyone else rests. Um, I'll survey the hallways and make sure there's no looming threats. Okay, so I kind of I think I'll kind of skip over the limbs of these guys and say at a normal speaking voice to others. How about we take a moment to rest here? I'll search the hallways and make sure there's nothing waiting to jump us. I'm sure Cece can do a little bit of triage. Shalelu, can you back me up while I search the rooms?
I'll back you up too.
I can certainly do that.
Are you sure, Bear?
Yeah.
Bear,
Alright.
why don't you help me bring these bodies outside so we have more room?
Would that be wise? If there's a patrol here, a body out in the middle is gonna cause more of a disturbance, I would think. If anything, we should just pile them up in here.
Outside the keep.
Oh, that you're talking about in here. Are you okay to do that, Very? You
Yeah,
went down.
I've still got my strength,
All
and
right.
I begin to. I go out across these great ones, and I.
I will, oh, sorry, go.
Oh, yeah. I was just gonna pick it up, and begin dragging it.
I would also ask Vale, if he feels like he has his strength back to join us in bringing them outside. With hopes that we would have extra pull.
Vale would ask to give him a minute.
Nod my
Shalelu, on the
head
other
and
hand, is going
move to help
to...
Bear.
Yeah.
Nice.
My help is more like I'm acting like a foreman. I can't drag these guys.
Right. I mean, you could the leg. Well, the legs. Yeah, probably not. Yeah. So yeah, just be there. That's fine. And he begins wherever, however long that takes.
I think while they're dragging the ogres out to kind of make space, would Artanis just be able to listen to the doors in the hallways to see if there's anything that's, I don't know, moving or breathing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cool. Okay. I will make the assumption that that's a perception check, and I'll roll that. Okay.
Are you listening to that specific door or just kind of the hallway?
I think the intent would be to start with this door and then like uh work my way up to towards these ones. Because if Bear's gonna empty out like all these ogres from this center, I kind of figure it'll take him a little while, and I can probably have, I don't know, at least 10 rounds to myself just listening.
Right. Okay. I will probably ask for one each. But
Certainly.
behind that door, and it is a wooden door, so there's nothing particularly sound dampening to it. Um,
All right, and then I suppose uh, I think it would have to be GM moving the ogres, uh, but just so you can do that and I can do the door checks. Do you want me to roll 1, 2, 3,
we'll
4, 5,
just
6,
we'll just start with
9?
those three on the left.
Okay, yeah, I'll roll 2 more then. Here's number 2
We
and
should be
number 3.
fairly successful with getting the hallway ones out. Okay.
And once we've done that, I'm gonna go see Cece because I'm still pretty damn hurt.
Right. Got it.
Request a couple of healings from the wand, please. Pretty please, with sugar on top.
Oh yes, definitely. And the look on Cece's face is just it's very sad, and she's being like extra careful with how she heals you with the wand, because she's just not it. You can tell, and her hands are shaking, that uh that you falling and dying in front of her really shook her to her core.
aside from the haunted look that Vera's been wearing ever since he came back from the brink, finally, a slight smile cracks. Don't worry, Cece. I'm back.
You weren't for a while.
I know. I know. Those guys hit like Tarasques.
Yeah. I'm glad you chose to come back.
Yeah, well, it was kind of scary, to be honest. It's more like I... It's more like I was drawn back, like I didn't do it of my own accord. But I certainly wasn't mad. So let's see. Isn't that 92 number that my HP now? Is that what you mean?
That's how much health I gave you in total with the wand.
Oh, damn. Well, maybe half. So wow, Dagyo.
Wait,
I was at 43. So.
wait, hold on. Game Mistress, with the way that the wand works, is it based off of the bonuses of who put the spell inside of it? Or is it based off the user's ability to use it?
It would be based off of the creator, and very likely because of how the expenses would not pay off well, very likely at the lowest possible level for that spell.
Okay,
Which
so
is
would
one.
it just be the
+1.
dice value? +1?
Well, Cure Moderate Wounds is a second level spell, no?
Oh, right, true. But I mean, I think caster level is the level of the caster.
Right, which would be +3.
Okay.
Okay, so it's the standard dice roll +3.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me redo that math. Hold on, because that was based off of CC's numbers. Hold on.
That was a lot of uses. Let's see. So the first one you did was 15. Is that right?
Yes. No, the first one was 10. 10, 13, 8, 17, plus 17. So that puts us at 40 for 3 casting.
10, 13, and 17?
While you're doing that,
Yeah, 40 is...
Artanis is, taking his peek at,
Oh, yes.
at the left-turn hallway. I guess I should say, do you include this door into your search?
You make a good point. That was off my screen and I missed it. I will roll another time.
Yeah, roll
Okay,
another
so
time.
this one will be for the tower door. There you go.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you're listening in, and once you get done with these doors, you're gonna remember, oh yeah, there's a fourth one. You're listening in, and you don't think there's anything behind this door. As a matter of fact, there doesn't seem to be stirs behind any of these doors. As far as you can tell, of course.
And so, having been healed, I'm going to start to try and get these 5 ogres out of this room.
Before Bear walks away, Cece will grab his hand and, in a very serious manner, ask him, Bear, if that situation ever shows up again, do you want me to bring you back?
Yeah.
The look on her face when you say yeah, and you say it as quickly as you do, is just sheer relief, and she just leans back against the wall that's behind her and just sinks down to the floor and just lets out the longest breath, like she was holding her breath the entire time that she was asking you that question. And she just gives you the first look of relief she's had in a really long time as she smiles up at you and says, okay.
Quick head pat. Work time. And he begins to take out the ogres out of the room.
Okay, you've perceived these doors. Are you intent on leaving them be, or are you going to head into the rooms?
I think I will check the rooms. I'll tell Shalelu I didn't hear anything, but certainly still be on your guard. I think I'll start with this one. Um, and actually from here, would I be able to communicate to Ver and Emery as they're passing by, like kind of with hand gestures? I'm going to open up some of these doors.
Sure.
Do we have to roll perception to see if we see the hand gestures?
Uh, you'll probably see it.
I'm just joshing, anyways.
I'll. I don't think you've discussed this before, so I'll take a wisdom check from both of you.
All right. Yeah.
I'm good.
That's
I don't know
reasonable.
military hand gestures. He's just waving his hand around. I'm focused on better things.
You've got your silly codes.
Yeah,
Oh, not
I'm just
bad.
gonna. I just look at it like, all right, and then I get back to my
Or
foreman
wait, no.
job.
Hold up. That's not a +3.
Oh.
I rolled perception, so it would be that would be +1 instead of a +3.
Okay,
14 is still
11.
a solid roll.
Or sorry, not
Above
11.
average, at least.
Yeah.
14. Yeah, I mean, again, you've never explicitly declared what any of these would mean.
But I see him like making
But
door opening gestures.
Yeah.
to that effect, you're like, oh, yeah,
I'll do
okay,
that.
that makes sense.
I'll do that 2 eyes to my finger, pointed back at him.
He'll nod back.
And you wanted the southern door first?
Yes.
Okay.
So I guess as far as positioning goes for each of these doors, just to save us some time, Artanis would be up against the door, kind of swinging with the door, just in case there is something in there, and Shalelu would be like 10 feet back.
Easy.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. So, you go for the tower door. Polygon.
Where'd Polly go?
It's a great question, but I don't think anyone really knows.
Fair. It's more of a rhetorical question.
It's true. Everyone has an answer for themselves.
Mm-hmm. One must find their own answer.
Inside is quite simple. Has little more than the door itself and a ladder leading up to a trapdoor for a second level or the roof or such.
Okay. Um, the, the is the ladder still intact?
Yeah, the room actually seems the most intact of any room you've seen so far.
Okay. Interesting. I
It
might
doesn't
have to come.
exactly surprise you because the specific pathway and the fact that there's stonework around this doorway
Yeah, it's
and a
claustrophobic, right?
small ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Um, yeah, I'll have to check out this ladder in the tower later. Um, I'm a bit more optimistic about it not collapsing around me, since it doesn't seem to have been touched. But
Mhm.
noted. I'll check the next door here in front of Chalet Lunac.
All right. Now I should say that um, these doors are not not what I would say properly closed. Um, they are closed more or less, but they do look like they've been ogre handled.
Oh, okay. So is it
But
like
as
ajar?
like some of them are ajar, some of them are sort of like jammed close.
Ah, okay.
But you open it up and find behind it. Um, Unlike how um it might first appear here, this entire quarters here is trashed. Um,
Okay.
I should say, you know, all of the stuff has been tossed to try to find any valuables or maybe even people hiding, but the furniture itself is not like destroyed.
Okay. But it's definitely been flipped so that there were no hiding places left.
Pretty much.
Okay. Understood. Yeah, I'm not looking for any valuables at the moment. There's more dangerous and pressing matters. We'll resort to the looting if we are going to do that after all the fighting is done.
Hmm. Can you move your token?
Yeah.
Okay. Just double checking.
All
Similar
right.
situation. It looks a little tossed about. Um, you find more quarters.
Are there like signs or plaques on like outside the doors of any of these? Like, oh, this was the warden, or this was such and such. Like this was officers' quarters or whatever.
No, there are no plaques, no um, titles or anything.
Okay. I was just curious. Okay. Uh, that chest looks like it might be something our party wants to look at later. Maybe it has some silver in it. But for the time being, let's explore the last option.
Yes, and as you do, a mighty trap befalls you. The trap of chores. 'Tis but a broom closet.
You know, somebody could have been hiding in there. Like, it's definitely big enough for someone to hide in there. Okay. Um, might need to visit this broom closet later. Do some cleanup. All right. Uneventful.
You're gonna need a mop first, I think.
Yeah. I know where the cleaning supplies are. I think I'll check in with Ver and Emery to see how the progress is coming along, and I think I'll gather with the group out here and let them know. All right, the west wing is cleared out. There's nothing and no one over there.
Good.
Okay. Um, Val has taken his minute and is starting to help out to um, remove the ogres.
Could probably come at it this angle.
I
Yeah.
can't move my token outside because the door barrier is there, but
There
since
should
we've
only
all kind of agreed to take. Oh, yep, I'm out. We've all kind of agreed we're going to be resting soon. I'm just going to start digging some graves.
Okay.
Okay, I think while Vela and Ver are finishing off the last three ogre movements, I think Artanis is just gonna have a moment with Cece and ask her, how did Ver seem to you? Were you able to kill him?
Yeah, he healed up fine and was able to confirm with me that he does want to be brought back if he's ever in that scenario again. She kind of pauses and she kind of looks over at uh, Artanis and says, I kind of took the liberty with you without really asking, so I guess I should probably ask now if you were to be on the border of the beyond, would you want me to bring you back?
Well, it would be a very difficult thing to do to go out on a date if I'm dead. So please do.
Yes, that would make things very difficult. Uh, yeah, we still have to go get tea once things calm down a little bit.
Whenever that happens. But yeah, I do still owe you that date. I think Artanis would look over to Jack. Um, have you heard anything stirring over here on the east side of the fort?
None that I'm presently aware of.
All right, well, we've been next to these two rooms for a while. Uh, I think I'll open up this door next to me. Uh, in character explicitly without checking. I think Artanis is hoping that, since people have been dragging bodies and like hanging out right outside, that no one's inside. So he's just gonna skip that step for this room.
You are met with a similar room. Tossed but undestroyed.
More of the same. The rooms in the west wing were similarly tossed. Jack, Shalelu, if you wouldn't mind covering me as I open up this one.
Oh. Similar room, similar state.
All right. I think here forward, we can probably exercise more caution. I'm wary of those double doors, certainly wide enough for a ogre to fit through. I think we can wait until Vale and Ver and Emery are done with their business with ogres.
I'm still digging.
Right. So what's the plan at the moment?
Moving ogres for me.
Okay. Moving
Once we
ogres.
get it all unogrified and whatnot.
I'm digging a mass grave.
You
Very
are
efficiently.
Certainly trying. You are efficient, but
It's muddy.
big old creatures. Okay.
As long as they're out of the sleeping area, I'm okay.
Shalelu is going to take some inspiration. She's used to forests, but she can work with this urban environment and is going to secure this tower as well. Finding a similar situation.
It'd be
And-
very funny if you ambushed your own NPC.
I wouldn't be against that.
I'm bored. This is boring. My players are playing too safe. Die!
If it makes sense.
Yeah.
But Jack is gonna keep an eye out towards the northern end of this hallway.
Shall we fast forward to the plan was what, for a long rest, guys?
I mean,
I mean that's what I associate with like bunkering down.
yeah, I mean, something like that.
We could. Cece herself does look like she has some energy to spare, but she's not going to force anybody to step up if to step forward if they don't want to.
Well, I'm good to go.
Yeah, Artanis is good to go too. Um, I was wondering if the plan was to like rest for any period of time in this room. But if we're good to go and the ogres are cleared out, I'm good to proceed with the the remaining rooms.
Yeah. Once the resting area is clear, I'm gonna back you up.
Unless anyone tells Emery what the plan is, he's just going to keep digging.
And that you do. Now, between Vare and Vale, you do manage to get a lot of these ogres, all of the barrack ogres, outside of the keep. It is pretty arduous work.
Mm-hmm. They're heavy bastards.
I'm actually going to ask for a fortitude save from the two of you.
Would that would my endurance garner me a +4 to that roll?
I think that's fair.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm gonna do then. Let's see. So it was fortitude, so that's +13.
Just to be clear, the two of you is Vare and Vale, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, digging ain't easy.
Oh, for me it is.
Oh, fair enough.
I actually legit have a thing for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
A digging
22,
feat?
22 and 24.
Old man's
Yeah.
making me look bad.
Exhaustion does take you in a sense, but you are not burdened by mechanical features.
Right. I'm exhausted, just not exhausted.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Gotcha. So yeah, in that case, if I can still move about as normal, I'm gonna back up Ortanis.
Seeing that Emery hasn't returned from his digging, no one's brought him. I will cast message to Emery and let him know we're going to explore further and would like him to join us.
If I get this message, I will stop where I've dug and head back in.
So that would be about 180 feet, right?
How
And
many
it's-
ogres have I been able to get yet? Because I've been digging the entire time they were moving the 5 of the ogres.
Yeah. Let's see. Hmm. I'll say you, by your lonesome during this time, were able to get a collective grave for 3 of them. Still rather shallow for their bodies, but entirely below surface.
Okay. It's passable.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. I'll make my way back in. And the fun thing is, you know, Emery might be maybe sweating a little bit, but for all the work he just did, he really doesn't look like it's taken a toll on him.
I think seeing this, would pique Cece's interest a little bit, and she would go, "I'm curious. Um, how did you become such an expert in digging?"
It's literally just like a one-note answer. I grew up on a farm.
I see. You dug deep holes on a farm?
Sometimes you gotta dig if you're burying your dead cattle or digging for planting seeds. I gotta dig.
Interesting. Well, when you are ready to retire from um, oracle work, I'm sure your skills will come in many handy and catch you a pretty penny.
Maybe, but one's job is never done.
Guess it depends on the job and how long you wish to stay employed.
Just nods his head to it.
Okay. So, is the plan to forge forward? Yeah,
Yep.
sure looks like it.
Yes, indeed.
Off we go.
Shalilu is going to walk in tandem with Jack, and they are going to um, view crossing targets. So Shalilu is watching the double doors, and Jack is watching the one Artanis is at.
All right. Seeing as how I've got a bunch of people covered my back, I'm gonna go open this door.
Uh, sure, CC. You cast that and hold the charge. Oops. Just have to click one more time. This appears to be another simple room.
All right. I think Artanis is gonna cross the hallway to here, and he's going to peek around the corner to see if there's anyone waiting to bonk us in ambush.
Understood. Uh, okay. Let's reveal. Boop. In front of you is a staircase leading up to a second top floor, or perhaps the ceiling, uh, or I roof, I suppose.
Oh, okay.
You're not sure.
Does it look ogreified?
Partially, but there are no ogres waiting.
Okay. Fair enough. Good enough for me for now. Uh, I think I'll uh turn around and point at the double doors behind Bear.
Right. Um, Shalalu and Jack both train on on the double doors themselves. And as you enter this room, let's see, do I have this? Okay. This ramshackle area is a mess of smashed tables, broken crockery, and rubble. No living thing stirs here. It seems you've found the messy hall.
Is that what it's called in the book?
No,
Okay, because that would have been
maybe.
funny. That would have been really funny. Okay. Um, I think I'll observe uh the room really quick to see if I can spot any traps before just heading in to uh clear the far door. I imagine it's
Right.
the pantry on the other side.
Um, Give me a perception check. Check for traps. 29. Out of a DC 30. um,
Rat.
You'll never know if I was telling the truth about that. You don't spot any traps. One of the tables is angled in a way that if you walk on it, it's possible that it could fall over you. You're not sure if that was intended.
If I walk over it, it will fall on me?
No, if you walk under it.
Oh, if I walk under it, it could fall under me. Okay. So it's like a first grade leprechaun trap.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I will not walk underneath the table, and I think I'll cross the room down the middle, and just checking to see that the archers have their arrows trained. I'll push the door open, and kind of step off to the side and see if anything jumps out.
Sure.
I'm gonna get up on top of the table.
Uh, Vera, give me a reflex save.
Okay. Just 1 second.
That was the table, huh?
Yeah.
+5. Damn it. Well, let's see. Oh, only a natural 20.
You and your heavily armored, very tall body jump up, or perhaps climb up onto the table, and its unstable nature um, does collapse. But with a 25, your footing remains after, a brief airtime, and you are standing on a now balanced but much closer to the floor table.
Much better. That this is how this table should be.
This kitchen is in total shambles, as if a cyclone had moved through this room, smashed every bit of furniture, bent every bit of silverware, and partially collapsed the stone fireplace.
Oh, there's another door here. I didn't expect this room to go so deep. I think I'll no, no. I'm gonna be realistic. Like, there's no way they set up traps like over here. The ogres doesn't seem sensical. But I think I'm gonna walk over to this door and listen.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Okay. You listen in, and um, sorry, I'm just thinking about the fact that I haven't turned on any kind of ambience. um, you don't hear much. In fact, it sounds honestly incredibly still.
All right. I think I'll open the door.
Okay. Oh, I'd never put a dynamic light barrier up for that one. That's fine. All that remains in this room is a half-smashed crate and an untouched barrel.
An untouched barrel. Is it kind of just like a space in the mountain? Like it's just carved out?
It seems to be.
Okay. Yeah, I'll step in and I'll I'll try to move the barrel around just in case there's somebody hiding in here.
Okay. Um, Give me a strength check. It's too late, Ver. He's doing a strength check.
I know. I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dream of it.
You cannot even wiggle this barrel.
What you doing there, Art?
I don't know, I think a part of me was just hoping that maybe even one ranger made it out alive. So I was gonna try to wiggle the barrel to see if there was someone inside. But
Well,
it's pretty heavy.
and if they didn't respond to us being here and making noise, might be dead. If they're in a barrel.
Well, yeah, that's possible. I was hoping that maybe
I mean,
someone had
assuming,
rations
I
and they
mean,
were
like,
just hiding.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whether you could seal a barrel on yourself. But yeah. So if they couldn't get out of the barrel, they're. I mean, yeah.
I could. I'm built different.
Yep.
Sorry.
Hell yeah. That reminds me of any rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what is in the barrel? Is there anything in the barrel?
I don't know. I haven't really checked for markings.
TNT.
Is there like
What that
is there
is.
right? Is there a hole on top that I can maybe surmise what the contents are, or even a label?
No, you may not. 'Tis simply a barrel sealed at the top.
Can I perhaps look for a space between the lid and the walls of the barrel to see if I can maybe pry it open?
Yes, it seems absolutely pryable. Um, um, you were just trying to like move or wiggle around the barrel, so
Yeah, so it's a heavy barrel.
it's a heavy barrel.
Okay.
The
Try
entire
open
time this is
lid.
happening, I am
Mhm.
pestering Vale with questions. Like, you said it was magnetizing and peaceful, but what'd you see? Were there fields? Did you see family? Did you see someone? Was there an otherworldly force? The entire walk, the entire entrance to this room, the entire barrel shenanigans, I've been pestering him.
And Vale seems like weirdly the perfect person to have been asking these questions because he does respond to them. He takes it I don't know, as like an extended function of combat.
Yeah, you know, if you've died, I mean, it's something to talk about. It's something to acknowledge. And the more you acknowledge, the better you get towards it. So maybe there's a little bit of that going on.
Emery 100% has his journal out and is writing everything that Vale tells him inside of it.
Wonderful. Artanis, are you using your fingers or are you using like a tool of some kind?
I was going to use a tool. I have my old scrap piranha.
Okay.
That's basically just a a makeshift blade, but I'd imagine that it's
Right.
skinny enough to, kind of pry it open.
Yeah. You are able to wiggle the cover. Varen Artanis. You're hit with a wafting stench. Your reaction to such is of your own nature. But you're hit with a wave of pickled fish.
Blah.
That had gone off. Well, I mean, can you really tell with pickled fish? Really? I think you can. So it's rotten, I'm guessing. Or
not?
just pickled.
Yeah, is it like preservatives?
That's what pickled would be.
Yeah.
It is not. It gives off a stench, but it does not give off a stench of rotten.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, okay, that's food.
I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, you gonna try it? Okay. If it's good, I'll have a taste.
One second.
Oh.
Welcome back, Cece. The party is trying pickled fish.
Pickled fish.
Is it good?
Well,
Okay, so Ver, you well, I guess do you go straight for it or do you like
I nibble it.
peel away some skin or something?
I take a little pinch of flesh.
Okay.
And
Okay.
chew and
You chew it.
I eat a
and
little
you
bit
get,
of.
You get the flavors. And you swallow. Make me a fortitude save.
All right. Well, this isn't endurance,
No.
so that's only a +9.
15. It tastes good.
Yummy.
It, you know, there's as you would expect with pickling, there's a vinegar taste that balances pretty well with the fish itself. Um, and I was lying about the fortitude save.
I figured. I was like, she is totally faking me out right now.
Just messing with us.
The loft is gonna get out far enough, and while Vale and Emery are having a conversation, Vale
There's
is gonna
fish.
Vale is gonna turn around, set his axes down on the table, and then squeeze his way past you, uh, giving a like hearty laugh because, damn, the Black Arrow delicacy is still here, and he gets himself a larger fish of his own.
Nice. I'm just gonna take a
Okay.
handful now.
Okay,
And
yeah.
with like a smile, he turns to you two and is like, "We used to have these once a week. It was special."
Well, this is special. Don't you think?
This is a welcome break.
Hang
and
on.
and I'll try it.
Yeah, hang on. And he grabs another fish and then hustles out to hand one off to Jack. Where Cece, you watch Vale run up and then smell Vale run up with the fish, and he passes it off to Jack.
Because I'm from Turtleback Ferry, do I recognize exactly what he passed off?
It's significantly less common around Turtleback Ferry, but you know, fishing absolutely happens there, and sometimes the preservation method is pickling. Sometimes it's smoking, sometimes it's, salting, I forget what, like brining. But yes, you do recognize this. Whether or not you enjoyed it in your childhood is up to you.
That's great. Let's let the dice decide. Oh, I hated it. As soon as I smell him, he's like on his way, and I smell him, I'm just like, oh no! I'll like move down here. I'm like, oh no, please, not that.
There's like,
oh, not that.
There's like, Cece, you gotta come try some of this fish. It's great.
No, Varys. And you just hear her like swallowing back, like trying not to vomit in the hallways.
This was good. I think this raised everyone's spirits a little.
Yeah.
I think Artanis would take, I guess a skewer. I don't know how they would normally get it. Is it like by hand that they just like reach in and grab stuff?
I mean, it's probably in the barrel. It's probably pretty loose.
Yeah.
How they prepare it is, not really available right now.
Oh yeah, I guess I was just hoping that like in the kitchen there would have been like a fork or something. But like I would want to bring one to Emery.
Okay.
I mean, whether it's on a skewer or not, Emery will gladly eat it.
Wonderful.
Vare's gonna have a little meal, a little I just died meal. He's gonna get a good, because since this is delicious, he loves fish. He's not a picky eater, so he's just gonna, scarf down a bunch till he feels like not doing it anymore. Since there's a whole damn barrel, and now it's gonna go bad because it's been unsealed. So, waste not, want not. And yeah, then get back to exploring the other doors.
Yep, agreed.
I walk triumphantly over this table. Pitiful table,
It gets another foot shorter.
right? That'd be cool if I caught like some enemies under there or something.
I'm gonna turn back towards Cece and just be like, "You all right?"
It's, oh, oh, oh. It's so gross. I can't. Oh, oh my god. Do you still have it in your hand, or have you ate all of yours?
I think he would have eaten all of it.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, I grew up in a fishing town, and there's different ways that you can cook fish, and this is a different way that you can preserve fish, and this is my least favorite way. I've always favored smoking it. Oh, just that smell. Oh, so bad.
You find it worse than the smell of dead ogre.
Yes.
That's a trauma smell. That's definitely, yeah. Smell trauma is real.
Interesting.
Anyhow, did we want to look at the other rooms?
Yes, fair. Let's position ourselves on this one.
Okay, so Shillelagh is keeping an eye on the left side while Jack is paying attention to the door itself. Okay. Oops. A long table with benches to either side sits in this room opposite a bookshelf filled with dozens of books, most of which have been torn from the shelves, mangled, and then messily stuffed back in place.
Seems to be some kind of reading nook or small library. Does it look familiar to you, Jack?
That's a shame. We got a lot of information in here. I bet somewhere in here is a bestiary on ogres.
Somewhere in amongst the thousand pages. Torn. Inserted into many different books, from the look of it.
I think Artanis would just take a quick scan of all the books across the shelves from, I don't know, probably this angle, and see if he sees anything that's talking about ogres or is written in giant.
Sure. Yeah, give me a perception check.
Maybe not with that roll.
Everything is far too jumbled to pick anything out, and you're not even sure if you could that it would provide fruitful.
That's fair. I think Artanis will open up this door on the far end. He's expecting it to be like the other tower corridors, judging by the stonework.
As you do, you are greeted to a similar ladder.
Alright, well, nothing here. We can return and look for the bestiary. Maybe it'll help in future endeavors. But for
I don't
now,
know if you're gonna
let's,
find it, and if you do find it,
what condition it's in, right?
yeah, what pages are in which spine?
Right. Alright. Perhaps we can just knock out these last two simultaneously? If Vale can help me with one and Ver the other?
I'm gonna stand right here, so I got a view at both of the doors.
Alright.
So
I think Vale and I can open these doors simultaneously.
Yeah. One second. These rooms are those two. Okay. Wait, so who's opening what door?
Artanis will open the north if Vale opens the one pointing west.
Sure. Light barriers. Okay. So, you open both of those rooms. I shall reveal them to you now. As one does.
Suspenseful.
The northern room is which one? Which one is that? That one. Okay. The northern room. Crates, barrels, and a stack of firewood have been smashed apart and heaped in a tangled pile in the corner of this room. A flight of stairs leads down to the west. And the western room. Don't like that little spot of shadow. Once used to house the wounded and sick, this chamber is now a slice of blood-drenched nightmare. Hacked pieces of bodies litter the sick beds. The floor is slick with gore, strewn with mangled organs and heaps of entrails. A dead fat man sits in one of the operating tables, arranged as if he were merrily spooning chunks of his own disembodied organs out of a brown bowl. His guts are spilled out of a large slash in his belly.
Man, I want some more pickled fish. Anybody else want some more pickled fish?
You open this up to a hand axe flying past Vale's head.
Oh shit.
And an ogre hook sinking into his body. Without a perception check, you didn't know they were behind there.
No, that's fair.
If I could also get everyone... Yes, you can do that. Yeah, you go a little wide with that one. As that happens, could I get a reflex save from everyone?
Charming, yes, +5.
I'm gonna message you something real quick.
Yeah, of course.
Message sent. Okay.
Okay, got it. Shillelagh reflex. 15. Jack reflex is 20, and Veil reflex is 21. Okay, so it's going to be half for them. As Emery, you see just out of the corner of your eye and hear some surprise incantations. A third ogre materializes right behind you. You're unsure how long it's been there, but it seems to wear away its invisibility as it launches a cone of cold down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
And I have one more roll to do because...
So what's the save threshold here?
The save threshold is 18.
Shit. Alright.
And this guy Reflex save. Just barely made it as well. So... Okay. Okay, so for those who did not succeed, that is 30 cold damage. And for those who did succeed, that is 15 cold damage.
This is, of course, also taking into account like evasion, right?
Yeah, you would take into account evasion.
Okay.
The ogre in the doorway also seems to take damage from this.
You said 30 damage?
30 damage for fails,
Okay.
15 for successes.
Alright, just to let everyone know, I am in the instantly dying category of health.
Understood. What's on your sheet, CC? That might have just not been updated. I don't see why it would be like this. $30 or 15 if you succeed. Okay. Can't hold it off much longer. Surprise round is absolutely over. And I will...
Do dead men still roll initiative?
Dead men do still roll initiative because of my special rule that
Yes.
only accounts at the start of your next turn. I don't remember which one I should use. I'll use this one. No, I won't. That doesn't fit at all. Oh, whatever, it's fine. It'll be fine. Fair, I'll give you a turn. I'll give my NPC's turns. And I will give Cat Room turns. So, initiatives. Jack, Bam, Shalelu, oops, Bam. Ogre set 1. Get to Ogre set 2. Okay. Jack, initiative. It's 3. Shalelu is also so +3. Veil is +1. Those guys are... Oh my god, so many initiatives. And last but not least, the spellcasting ogre. Okay. Descending. Are we missing anyone? I don't think so.
Nope, everyone looks to be there.
Okay. So, Invisible Ogre is going to take a 5-foot step back, and because they cast on their surprise round, they won't be able to cast this time. I'm not sure if that's a direct thing, but that's what I'm going with. And we'll pull out a great sword. Yeah. You will ready an attack, I suppose. Veil, after being hurt, is ready to get back to it. And I should say we're not in a surprise round anymore because the surprise round has passed. Okay, so Vale is going to take his attacks, which it looks like he has 2 with his main hand, and then because he's dual wielding, would get 1 in his offhand. So he is going to +2, I believe. Yes. Take 3 strikes, 1 of them being with his hand axe and 2 with his battle axe. That one will be hand axe. Okay. Damn. Okay. So that's with the battle axe. That is a 30. And a 22, and then with the hand axe is a 23. So I'm not mistaken, all those hit. Yeah, all of those are absolutely going to hit. He launches straight into battle after taking a massive hit and freezing, and comes back in swinging. 2d8, a d6 plus. Okay. So, as he sinks his axes into this ogre in retaliation, he deals 34 damage. Immediately making this ogre call out in pain. Shalelu is going to turn around and try to sink a few arrows into this menace. So... Rapid shot. Of your attacks take a -2. Okay, that's fine. So she will fire. And I'll make that one the low shot. Okay, so second shot is, what is that? That's a 19, which for this one, the mage, is not going to hit. But the first and the additional are natural 20s because I guess I'm just doing this now.
Yeah, I guess that's just a thing you do.
It's just a thing I do. Not on my characters, though. I don't know why I would do that with my characters. First one will not confirm, so will be a standard attack. But the second one will confirm. So one regular attack and one critical. One critical hit.
Nice.
So it's going to be this, and that's going to be this, and that's going to be a third one. This one. And that's going to be plus that. Plus that. Okay. Plus 12. 14, 26. Okay, the two shots that sink in deal 36 damage. Cece, you turn around potentially to see Emery buckled to the floor and an ogre with more arcane marks upon itself holding out a greatsword.
Interesting. Okay. I am actually going to spend a second level spell slot, and I'm going to do my Burning Arc signature spell as fire. And the first arc is going to this one, and the second arc is going to jump over and go to that one.
Okay.
So that's a 28 to hit. No. Sorry, it's a reflex save, DC 18.
Right. Unfortunately, you would be unable to target the second ogre.
But you could.
Why not?
Each target must be within 15 feet of the primary target.
Oh. Can I turn that last... can I turn that 19 into healing?
Sure.
Okay, so the 28 is gonna try to get to this guy, and then the healing is gonna go to Emery.
Okay. Doesn't it get like halved when healing? Yeah. Okay. So 9 healing.
Yeah, it's not much,
fine.
but it's a start.
Yeah, it is. Reflex for half. DC 18. Reflex. No. Okay. So, I got a 7.
That
Not
is
nice.
below
Full-
18.
Full 28. Ouch.
And then I will go here. And if I can interact with object, I want to pull out the wand of cure moderate wounds.
Okay.
And I think using the wand is a standard action, right?
Almost certainly.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Emery doesn't really have a turn to take.
Makes sense.
Jack is going to join in the fun and unload on the spellcaster, hoping to take it down as fast as possible.
One of them smells like his.
Whoever did it, powerful stuff.
Besides the enemies, can everyone see everyone else's health bar?
I cannot see the NPCs, but I can see everybody else's.
Okay.
Same.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking. So he's also gonna fire twice. I don't think he has rapid shot. Oh, he does have rapid shot. Okay, well, damn. So he's going to take a step back and then fire 3 times, which will take a -2. His equipment is non-magical, so I can't use that setup. I don't think that puts it down too far. So. Okay. Okay, so that is a 32 on the first hit, a 18 on the second, which will miss, and a 14 on the third, which will also miss. That is 1 sunk shot. So that is 9 damage. Certainly not looking great. That would be the end of Jack's turn, so we get to the room ogres. The one in the back is going to try to sneak his second hand axe towards Artanis, who, at this point, is paying attention to the northern room. Not that his attention won't change very swiftly, but
Sure, yeah.
getting him a teeny tiny little bonus. Giving him nice. A grand total of 20 to hit you, Artanis.
No.
And then the fighter is going to try to get at Vale. Second one is not going to hit, but the first one is a 27, which will hit. This one, this one. For 33 damage.
Crap.
And Vale will fall unconscious in the doorway. The fighter, the strong ogre does seem to be quite hurt. Vare.
Well, I'll step over Vale with a 5-foot kind of step,
Mm-hmm.
since he's on the ground now, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And I can use my full range of attack, which is 15 and 10.
That'll hit.
And naturally that,
That
will
one
too.
misses.
Right. So, or 3d6 plus 10.
That's for the first strike.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage on the second. Oops.
I have a feeling I'm going to regret this and not going after the other guy, but
However, you do manage to collapse this ogre to the ground. So for the time being, you've lost one on each side.
and I'm gonna be like, fails down out loud.
Okay. Artanis.
Okay.
Yeah, you got hit with the tail end of Cone of Cold, and then had effectively 2 hand axes drive by your shoulders.
I turn around and I see a third of my party down. I think immediately this ogre would be my focus, and I don't think Vale will protest me stepping over him.
Not unconscious.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna step over here. I will use a swift action to enter Archon mode, and then my standard action will just be 1 attack at the ogre.
Okay.
Okay. Go.
I hate to be that guy, but does the ogre have 10-foot reach?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and take the swing.
And this is before Archon, presumably?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see. Swinging its great sword at you from 10 feet away. Okay, well the die roll was low. That's a 19.
Okay, so it misses. Does my 19 hit?
No.
Alright, well,
It does catch, but it does not hit. The ogre remains undamaged, but struck.
Okay. As long as I have its attention now, that's kind of my concern.
Back to this creature. That's not gonna work. Okay. So, I'm going to take a step back, take a 5-foot step back, and then incant, and you see a pinkish purple bubble start to form in front of you, Artanis. And because you can't make an attack of opportunity for this, I would like you to make a will save for me. 21, okay. As the incantation finishes, the pinkish purple light grasps onto you and seeps into your eyes, and you blink them away as deep slumber has not taken hold.
Oh, nice. Clutch.
Vale. Vale has not been healed, so that means he makes a fortitude save. Okay, so Vale gets a 12 plus 11, 21. I think that passes. So,
23.
or yeah, 23. Sorry.
No worries.
Vale is not bleeding. Shalelu is going to try and finish this heinous creature off.
For real.
3 shots. Go. And that one's my spare shot. Wow. Okay. So, first shot is 32. That's gonna hit. No, it was a 19 on the die. Second shot is 22, not a 32, which does hit. And the spare shot is a 17, which does not hit. Quit crit fishing. Sometimes there's just regular damage.
And he's pretty hurt, so it might just do the job.
Okay, so that's 18 damage sunk into this ogre mage. Off to Cece.
Okay, I'm going to use the wand of cure moderate wounds on Emery.
Okay.
So that's 2d8 plus 1. So 13.
Okay. Lovely.
And then seeing that he's awake, I'm gonna just 5-foot step here.
Okay.
I don't have any other swift actions. I think I can. Yeah, everything else is just a standard action. That will end my turn.
Wonderful. Emery,
Okay, hello.
you're conscious on the floor.
Yes. So I'm gonna kind of like roll on my back and see this guy here.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have a... It's probably not gonna work because it's an ogre, but can I have a fortitude save, please? I'm gonna cast something.
Yes, you can. It's a 25.
Yeah, that's going to succeed.
Is it succeed for half or succeed for all?
It is half damage as I pull out a little figurine made out of bones and chant something. So let me roll this damage real quick. Okay, hold on a second. Yep, no, that's how it reads, so...
New spell. New spell.
Okay. Okay. I think I have this correct. Oh god, I have to do the math again. Hold on a second.
That's okay.
Okay. What type of damage? It just says damage. So he's gonna take half of this in damage.
Wow. 11 damage.
And
No, 10 damage.
I'm just gonna send you something. Because reasons.
Reasons. Describe to me how your magic takes effect. How does it look to the people observing?
So to the people observing, he flips over on his back, pulls out this bone, this little bone figure, and begins chanting in like a very guttural sounding language, and I don't think there's exactly a magical effect because it would come from the ogre itself. So the ogre would know there's a magical effect, but I don't think, other than the chanting and the little figurine, no one else would see quote-unquote magic.
I like that. Now you're gonna let me know what spell you used, right?
Oh, yes. And that's my turn. Roll over, cast spell. No, I guess, I mean... I guess I would stand up. I doubt rolling over is movement. So I would stand up, but I am going to stay where I am.
And with testicular torsion cast, this already heavy breathing ogre kind of shakes as his constitution is tested and then slumps over forward.
That's what's up.
Perfect. And I just get up, and I put the figurine back in a pouch on my my hip.
So Jack is going to not take chances. He is going to slide his way over here and use his one casting of Cure Light Wounds that he has, which is master level. Okay.
Yep.
Maximum +5.
Right.
So that is 9 hit points given to Vale. Still unconscious, but doing much better. The last living ogre, which I suppose I can take this one out of the turn order, is going to now, out of hand axes, charge forward and swing at Jack. And all the while saying something in its language. Yeah, I mean that's not surprising. Oh my god, okay. With a natural 1, the swing is wide on Jack.
Booyah.
But he is not disarmed. There.
All right. So I'm gonna do the old 5-foot step to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And do the attackings.
Of course.
A couple of the old attackings.
Yep.
I imagine that scrapes.
Yeah, that'll deal a half damage, I suppose.
I guess.
Actually, that would be crazy. The meat to beat, but meeting is half damage.
Right.
Both of those will hit. Sorry, I'm not about to implement that. I was just thinking.
Right. Yeah. That's just just gamer thoughts.
Yeah.
Let's see. So. Bop. And bop.
21 and 23, 44.
Yee.
Still up, but very hurt.
Right.
Artanis.
And just took his turn, so his chances are not looking grand. Can we say that Vale just moves into I can displace Vale? Would that work, or?
I cannot say that.
Okay, fair.
That would put Vale and yourself at risk of attacks and cost, action economy.
For sure.
So, I'm wondering if, since the ogre can kind of target me here, it's a 25-foot distance, can I target the ogre from here, around the corner as well, at a 25-foot distance? I'm thinking of just throwing an arrow at him.
Yeah, I'll let that pass.
Okay.
I would usually be more strict just because the magic has a way of getting around corners a little better, but yeah, I'll let that happen.
Oh, it was the hatchet throws.
Oh, well, sort of. Yeah, I'll still let that go.
Okay. Throwing arrows, I'll use a full attack. And hopefully this hits. My bonuses aren't as great as theirs. Oh, but that could result in 1.
It results in 2. In fact.
Oh wow.
2. Perfect.
They're normies. Normie ogres.
Yeah, you got yourself a normie ogre. Who does collapse from the clip to his face.
And then I'm going to guess that takes us out of combat.
Indeed, it will.
My goodness.
Oh geez. Status report. How is everybody?
I'm a little hurt, but not too shabby. A little bit cold, burr.
Yeah, I was just on the tail end of that. I think Vale kind of blocked the oncoming cone of cold.
Vale's
Emery,
doing
you
alright,
okay?
but he'd do good with having some healing.
Yeah.
Emery kind of just shrugged his shoulders as he walks over to this ogre and kind of, if I can, uses his foot to kind of move the head of the ogre just a little bit to get a better look at the markings that he has on him.
Sure. It is quite a thick, stout neck, so it does take effort, but you do get it.
I'm just looking at the markings.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any roll or whatnot?
What kind of knowledge rolls do you have?
History, planes, religion.
Okay. Oops. Okay. Because of that, go ahead and make me a knowledge plans.
Okay.
26. Okay. I'm gonna have to whisper something to you.
I love whispers.
Also take that healing.
Yep, thank you.
Shalelu looks worse off. Jack looks like he'll be able to hold his own for a while. Wonderful. Okay. It looks like Vale is the only one. I guess Vare a little bit, but yeah, Vale and Vare are really the only ones still more or less hurt by this.
You back with us, Vale?
I'm here. I'm here.
All right. Good.
Maybe if you wanted to hit me with a couple of those jolts. Oh. All right. All right, cool. So that's me all the way healed.
That leaves up and down, it seems.
Sorry,
There's
that was
stairs.
incomplete.
Oh.
For Emery's whisper.
Love me
Hit
some
enter too
incomplete
early.
whispers.
I will talk while you finish your whisper.
Yeah, please do.
We have up and down to clear. CC Bear, um, what do you think? Should we start with the what is that, a cellar, perhaps? Or do you think we should search the roof?
I don't know.
Which one has
Makes no
an
difference to
ogre
me.
size hole?
I mean, while I'm examining, I imagine I could still talk, so Emery would say, why don't we just take that rest? Several of us have fallen in these consecutive combats.
Yeah,
We wouldn't want to push too far.
that's fair.
Though I am inclined to think we should probably pick a room that has a door so it looks less like it was disturbed in case there are more still here. We can still do watches, don't get me wrong, but it would be nice to have a little less of a view on us.
I think the room that we cleared out should do the trick.
It has a giant hole in the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to take these bodies out and bury them, we could hold up in the room right
The
there.
gore room?
As much as I hate to say it, it's the biggest room that is still stable.
If
Well,
um
if we want secure, the towers seem to be very difficult for the ogres to get in the first place.
yeah,
not-
that fish would not have survived if those ogres could get at it.
Right. So we could split into two groups because I don't think we can all fit in one tower.
I picked the fish one.
Actually, we all probably could hold out in the ransacked kitchen. That may not be a bad idea.
Well, as long as you're not bothered by the smell too much, we can certainly barricade the door.
I'll get over it. I'm not particularly fond of it, but if it's between that or a possible night encounter with an ogre, I'll take the bad smell.
If you're worried about night encounters and would rather be able to see everything, I could suggest outside. I may take up camp outside the keep anyways. I personally prefer.
I think that's a good idea. I'm still gonna get a couple of handfuls of fish to eat because I'm hungry. Taking damage takes it out of me. And then we can go out and make camp.
I think the archers can perhaps take one of the corner towers together and take shifts. That way, if there are more movements outside, they'll be at a fortified position.
That's if we stay inside.
Oh no!
Unless-
Even if we stay outside, the archers can stay within the protection of one of the fortresses.
Right.
Yeah, one of the towers. They should be safe in there.
Okay.
Either way, I do think keeping an eye on the entrance is probably a good idea. That way, like, none of them escape.
Uh-huh.
But past that, I think just barricading one of the doors is probably the best we can do. I think before that, though, before we end up choosing a room, I think Artanis would inspect both these stairs and these stairs and see if there's any notable hints on either of them.
Sorry, which stairs? I was on another map.
Both the stairs going up and the stairs going down.
Oh, right, got it. Only stairs available because the other ones are ladders.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, um, as you look down the stairs here, you would note that these stairs double back on themselves after a landing, so you can't see to the bottom. The other stairs, I'm not sure how well they are described, admittedly.
Okay. And I think I do recall you saying that the ones leading upwards were they displayed signs of ogre stress.
They do, yes.
Okay. As do the ones going down.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Less so, I should say.
Less so. Okay.
I'm gonna kind of walk past this one and call to Vale and Vare and say, Vale, Vare, if we're going outside anyways, would you mind bringing this one out, please?
I just
As
need to
as
make a I just need to make a detour real quick for some more fish.
and as they come over, just very nonchalantly, Emery will just say, kind of pointing towards the markings. He'll say to the two of you. He probably says loud enough for everyone to hear, but he says it to the two of them. Points at the markings, say, just casually, like, be careful with this one though. It's not actually an ogre; it's an oni. And then he just turns and walks.
Well, what do you mean? Be careful with it.
Bale just like wide-eyed takes a look at you as well,
I don't answer. I just walk outside.
and then
Okay.
like picks up an vantage point of the body.
I'm gonna be right back, Vale. I'm hungry again, so I'm gonna go get some more of that delicious fish.
Don't keep me waiting too long.
Oop. Eat, eat, eat. Oop.
Various video game sound bites.
Mm-hmm. The fast track sounds. Fast travel, that is.
Mm-hmm. And you do manage to unload this ogre-ish body out into the storm.
And that's about it for Vare. He's since we're going outside anyways, we're gonna find this someplace to rest.
I will ask the two of them as they bring this one out and just say, this one doesn't really mean much to me, considering you guys asked me to be here, and I'm not entirely directly in on what the end goal is. But is there anything special to either of you that would ring any bells as to why this one is with a bunch of ogres?
I wonder, just a different species of ogre, or
No, it's not an ogre.
oh,
I can tell
Is
from
it-
the markings.
fair. Do you know what the origins of it are, at all? Like the origin of the species at all?
I don't know. I mean, I know the origin of the markings. Which are, is it, how is that pronounced? Jian?
The land itself is Tianjia, so probably
Yeah.
Zhen.
Okay, so yeah, they're
Something like
gen
that.
and gen in nature.
Hmm. Well, maybe it was using its magic, or it was just using these ogres as foot soldiers.
Vale, from what I've learned, this is kind of your guys' keep. Do you know why this unique one would be here?
And I can't go through the door.
This door.
There's an opening to the right. The
Yeah.
left side is still lodged.
See, there we are. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we should. Well, we should wait for everybody else so we can move out to the campsite.
Yeah. If Vale knows anything, knows why.
He'll just shake his head, honestly. Just very subtly.
If we knew more about the nature of the Oni, perhaps we could make guesses, but without knowing. I mean, he used magic, obviously, so perhaps he was using that to subjugate all the ogres or something.
Maybe.
Do the ogre bodies have any sort of weird brands or anything like that?
That's a
Not
good
in your
question. We have a
memory.
buttload around us. Can we investigate?
It's a shame we don't have
Absolutely.
any ogre bodies.
You've lost a few ogre bodies.
Right, they're under. And I'm sure that the people that are going to make this place their home again are going to love the buried ogres.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make perception checks between all of you.
All right. That's a +3 for me, I think. I need to make a check here. Yes, perception +3, yes. Quite. Well above average.
Emery, you've been observing the bodies somewhat while burying them, but to you the burial itself is the important part, no?
That's correct.
It doesn't quite get across to you. And as you're trying to look now, it I don't know, it's just hard to decipher any other marks. Certainly none that are that are similar to the Onis. Ver,
Yeah.
on the other hand, you are taking a look at these additional ogres, and you are really, I mean, not super casing every inch of their skin, but you are definitely casing them, and well, as far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any branding going on. If there is some kind of control, it's either social or mental, or perhaps there's just no control at all.
Or maybe there's, environmental, like maybe a bunch of meat.
Right.
And hey, come over here. There's a bunch of human meat in here. That sort of thing could work, I'm sure. I have great powers. Work for me. Lots of meat. Human meat. I think that's a pretty good conjecture.
Very interesting. Well, either way, I plan to give this one its own burial. It is interesting to me. and I don't want to throw it in with the masses.
You want to, yeah. So you want to take it out to the to kind of a little bit further out, closer to the campsite.
Maybe. We have a whole inner courtyard to use.
Yep, true that. But we're gonna need to rest. So perhaps get at that in the morning.
If you want to collect the others, I don't think there's much for me inside. So I'm going to continue my work out here. Vale, if you want to stay and keep watch, I won't say no to some company.
I'll be right back. Boop. Boop. Hi. So we're gonna go out here and start making camp.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Yeah, I think I'm going to want to secure this hallway at least. Maybe if someone is staying up and they hear something coming down the hallway,
Could you
maybe
set
it'll
like
be easier.
Could you set like just a noise trap?
That's kind of what I'm hoping. Out of character, Artanis does have proficiency in textiles. I've never gotten to use it before, so I'm wondering if
You're
I
gonna
can
knit
kind
the
of
ogre socks.
yeah, well, like at least put like forks from the kitchen and then kind of attach them to a string so that if they get crossed, it'll just jangle and it's
Yeah.
easier.
I mean, you certainly know your way around textiles. It doesn't, in and of itself, that skill does not help you build a trap, but knowing the properties of the textiles you're working with does assist some.
Yeah. Okay.
So
So then
Um,
I think I would like to do that.
yeah.
would it be a survival to try and make a trap like that?
I would.
It'd be a rudimentary trap because it's obviously
It
not
would.
craft trap, which is a good
Yeah.
craft to take.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, survival would make sense for that with like a +2.
Okay. Um. All right. So then this will be +2.
I'll give it a +1. Sorry. It's a
No, that's
simple
good.
addition.
22.
22. Okay. It's rudimentary, but it's made to be noisy. Yeah, you're able to set up some simple traps.
All right.
Where would you set it?
I think the idea is since we're going to stay outside, presumably out here, I would want to set the trap right here, I think.
Okay. Go ahead and mark that off.
Okay.
Okay.
And then is it
So,
possible to kind of like hide it in debris? I'd imagine there's like a lot of debris around that I can kind of cloak it with.
you can try with risk of setting it off. I would take like a sleight of hand at that point.
Ooh. Um. Yeah, I think I mean, I'll try it again. Worst that it'll do is like make noise.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll try to kind of hide it a little bit better.
Given that
wanna
you
be dis-
have sleight of hand, of course.
Oh, given that I do have sleight of hand. Okay, I do not have that as a class skill, so
All right, so
and I'll probably leave that
just
alone.
dexterity then.
Okay, just dexterity. There you go.
Okay,
Blackjack
that's
all around.
that's enough. You're able to uh, you're able to get some reasonable coverings for it.
Excellent. My dad would be proud of me IRL.
If you made a trap and disguised it in right.
I actually picked craft cloth because my dad works in textiles. So I'm like, oh, maybe Artanis' dad kind of worked in textiles.
Fair.
I decided later on against it, but that's kind of my reasoning for putting cloth on his character sheet in the first place.
Fair. Make your own clothes.
Yeah. Clothes, blankets, stuff like that.
Nice.
All right, and then
You should roll to see how good your threads look.
you know what? Sure.
Oh, snap.
Immaculate.
Perfect.
Dapper Dawn over here. Shit.
That is a great way to end the session.
Snappy ass dresser.
You have absolutely used your pittance of materials to your advantage. And have made acceptable strides towards making a nice looking sound trap.
Jesus, I
also
forgot
be
how
going.
many bodies there were out here.
Right?
Yep.
That whole ass burned building there.
Yeah, so it looks like there are 2 standing buildings from your siege. And it is still raining.
All right.
What is
I
this?
suppose.
What kind of building? What's in there? Have we already looked?
I believe so. The 2 standing buildings are B3 and B6. The top one is a stable.
Oh yeah. If there's nothing in there, that's where we're staying.
And the bottom one is a cookhouse.
Yeah, it is.
Both of them are slightly open-faced, if I remember.
Okay.
A stable being a stable and the cookhouse, being accessible to those outside.
But that's okay. As long as there's a roof over our heads.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, did the general sentiment want to go to the stables then to sleep, or to the cookhouse?
It's closer to us, closer to the entrance to the inner sanctum.
Okay.
Okay.
Got
no
it.
objections here.
Yeah.
That one.
I'm gonna be here for a while, and like I said, I kind of like the outdoors. So when I'm done digging, I'm just gonna put my camp right here.
Wunderbar.
Emery.
As long as she doesn't mind the smell of buried ogre.
Right. Sorry, Cece, you said who were they going to? Sure. The NPCs seem in good health at this point as you hunker down for a long rest. We are going to head back to the town. A little bit of combat, a little more exploration.
A little more mystery as to what the hell Anoni's doing here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And everybody's still alive despite their effort to not make us alive.
To make us unalive, as you
Good
say.
gosh, you are right about that one. Well, I'll see you all in 2 weeks.
The 21st, well, no, the 18th. Duh.
Yes.
Yes, the 18th.
21st.
Great game, as always. It's a lot of fun. So we'll see everybody on the 21st of August. But for now, everybody say goodbye to YouTube!
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
18th, seriously, the 18th.
18th. 18th. Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon
Bye.
delving, everyone.